These lands have proven to be rich in soil and game, as well as beauty. We have been wandering far and wide, tirelessly searching for a new land to call our home. However, will come at a cost, as we are not the first to arrive. Brigands in the King's army have been scouted and have been heard to be pillaging anything and everything they can find, and will stop at nothing to survive. Our journey does not stop here. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new start to our Manor Lord's journey here. We have picked the beautiful land of Nusslohe. We have a wonderful start here. We have lots and lots of good resources, including our fishing pond, our brand new fishing pond. That is fairly new to the game in the last, so this is actually a pre-release build, so it's fairly new. We have a rich iron deposit, which is going to help us very much late game in making spears, swords, and multiple kind of iron-based things. We have wild animals, we have stone deposit, and most importantly, we have tons and tons of good fertility in this land. And that is going to help us a lot in creating a field and getting that bread food source as fast as possible. So without further ado, if you guys wouldn't mind, leave a like for the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into this. What I would like to do is maybe build kind of around this fishing pond if I can. I think that would look really good. Maybe have most of my houses kind of in this general area, and then maybe our woodworking kind of in this area as well. I think being close to the fishing ponds would help us a lot, as it is a very good source of food in this game. And we don't need to be too close to wild animals, because it's unfortunately not in this current state that important. So I think I'd rather be closer to the fish. So I think we let's find our they're way over here. So that's actually quite unfortunate. That's going to take a long time for them to ship all those things over here, but I think late game I would rather start in this area. So let's go ahead and connect to our King's Road here. I think if we ran kind of like this, we have a little starting road here. I think that would connect to our King's Road, and then maybe kind of run like a little bit like this, just to make it a little easier for them to get the resources over here and speed up the production a little bit. Now this would actually be a really good spot too. Unfortunately, it's a little bit sloped, which is kind of cool actually overlooking this area, but I think for our purposes, we're gonna build this way. So let's just build a temporary road kind of along here for our logging camp and such. We have a nice big hill here. I think that's a nice spot for our church in the future. I think we'll be putting a church there. Let's get started with a logging camp, as that's one of the most important things you could place early game. Let's have a logging camp there, and maybe a woodcutter's lodge not too far from it. I think maybe kind of like we put a little bit off to the side like this, and then with the road maybe connect it kind of like that. I think that would look pretty cool. Let's get our hunting camp set up to get our early food. I think if we put that as close to here as possible, I think that would be very beneficial. Now I don't want this to look like a general city like we'd have today. I think back in the day they'd have lots of non-uniform towns and kind of roads moving like this, and then maybe a house in here and maybe one over here, rather than kind of the general straight grid like you might see today. So I think we're going to be, for the purposes of this video, building very non-uniform and kind of what it might have looked like back in the day. Forgetting all of that, the supplies that we have over here, we will want to build a storehouse, I think pretty close to here, as well as our granary. So I think if we have our storehouse kind of tucked in the trees like this, it'll be hidden from rain, it'll be hidden from wind, and I think That would be very nice. As well as our granary, I think we'll, yeah, I think I'd like to maybe have it like this, and then we could have maybe this main road kind of come up like this. Come up in the center, and then if we kind of Y off to, let's get a little closer, Y off to that, I think that would be the best way to do that. And then our citizens can put, our villagers can put into both of those. Now we do have a hitching post over here. I'd like to maybe eventually move that over here a little bit closer to town. Where would be a good spot for that? Maybe tucked back in here if we move that right there, in between those two trees. Be a good spot for a hammock too. That'd be a big hammock. We have our villagers coming over to start the building process. Strapping young lads and their wives and or sisters, daughters. Very nice. I think they'll be quite capable to start off our village and get things going here. Now I do actually like this little hill. It kind of crests over the trees a little bit. I think I'd like to maybe build some homes up here rather than a little bit lower. Just for when water rushes down the hill. We don't want any flooding happening. We'd like to get a soft pit, but I think we'll get our logging camp built before then, so we can start production of our trees. Now, you know what? I am thinking about this again. I do want to keep this as forested as we possibly can, as I think it looks really nice with the pond area like this. So I think if we maybe even put our logging camp over here before they start building it too much. Demolish that, and then if we put it kind of over here, let's have our road kind of circling this hill, and then if we have our logging camp kind of like this, I'd like to maybe take this forested area out as much as we can, as there is a lot of trees here that we'll be able to kind of take advantage of. So if we put one, don't want to uproot any trees, one's fine. And then maybe connect it to our, yeah, let's go with this road. Connect it to our main road here. And then maybe while we're at it, let's take our, where are we at? Woodcutter's Lodge, put it in the same spot. Woodcutter's Lodge. Same spot. Maybe let's put it kind of tucked into the trees a little bit like that. And then connect to that like that. Now maybe if we start to map out our homes, I think we'll be able to start building our kind of our little village here. So I really like having kind of like a circle, it's kind of a circle town here. I think that would look quite nice. I think if we have a road coming off here, and I think we might benefit in the winter especially to maybe zigzag this road just to make it a little less of a slipping hazard getting up. And then once we get to the top, I think if we kind of, let's start there, and then maybe have another road coming from here again. Kind of something like that. And then I think if we have it rounded off a little bit like that, I kind of like the look of that. I think I'll be able to build some homes kind of off the back, and then their backyards overlooking this little hill and cresting it like that. Now I think we actually have a logging problem, so let's make sure we get our logs built as fast as we can. Let's speed it up a little bit here. And once we have our storehouse and our logging camp built, we'll be able to build more homes and get things rolling here. Now over here we do have our hunting camp built up. We'll assign a family to that to get some food coming in as fast as possible. Let's assign it right there, I think would work. Now we do have our iron deposit, our rich iron deposit. We won't take care of that or kind of mine that right now. We'll do that a little bit later. Let me know in the comments if you guys have played this game. If you guys have played the pre-release, which this is currently. It's a pre-release version of the early access build, obviously. Adding the new features. It's quite nice, and I think it It looks even a little bit better with Unreal Engine 5. I think it definitely benefits from having that engine. And I think it's a little bit easier for him to build the game and to kind of have it as the base canvas for all of this beauty that we see here. I think we'll want to place a well somewhere, and I think a good spot for that might be a little lower where all the water would pool to. I don't think it would do quite as well on the hill like this. We can maybe put one here, maybe even a little bit tucked into here. I don't like that. I like the way that looks. Connect it to that. I think that would look quite nice. And then maybe even... Now we do have a log shortage, so we'll wait a little bit. Our exposed stocks are getting soaked, so I think we'll want to select our storehouse and get maybe 2 families on that to get all those supplies over here from their original camp as fast as possible. It will take a few trips, but I don't think it'll be too much of a worry. Let's take a look up here. We have our approval rating at 45%. I'd like to see that get a little bit higher. And once we get our homelessness taken care of, I think that'll squash that bug for now. And then we'll work on getting that up as high as possible. We only have 50 gold of regional wealth. And that's a pretty good start just for getting a little bit of things. We'll want to maybe get our trade post going. Now let's take a look at our hitching post. I think we can even order another ox. Before we do that, we do need some planks. Let's put highest priority on our logging camp. Make sure that gets built first. And then we can begin to take some of these trees. And then that'll get us some more timber to build some more things, as well as get some planks. What I like to do is maybe build a temporary road just from here to about here, just to make a little shortcut for them getting supplies over here just for now. And I think that would really benefit us. Now it looks like our logging camp is finally finished. Let's put a family, maybe even 2. Now we had another family somewhere else. Let's check that out. I think there's just 1 there, and they're getting lots of food, so that's good. We have 2 on our storehouse bringing all these goods. Let's see how they're doing with the supplies. It looks like they've actually gathered all the supplies, so we can maybe take 1 family off of there and put another family on our logging camp, and then get our designated area set up here. So I think we'd like to maybe do that. I think that'd be fine for now. And make sure we get lots of trees taken down. Very nice. So we finally have a little bit of timber. We have 3 timber now, so I think we could build our saw pit. Where would we like to build that? Maybe even just build it right off of that. I think that would look nice. Have it attached to this road, keep it close to our logging camp. Now we do have things spread out quite a lot here, and I think that won't be great for early game, but I think late game that'll really be nice, as we can just keep things nice and spread out, as there's lots of land here to fill up. And we'll have quite a big little city and village at our disposal to look at and enjoy. So we are getting a little bit low on food. I think what we'll want to do is get our fishing pond going here as fast as we can. So if we get our fisherman's hut, maybe build that. I think even just like that looks pretty good, pretty close to that. And then get our road running from here, just kind of through the forested area. Nothing too spectacular. Keep it a nice easy trail for them. Looks like a pretty big hill to come down, but that's alright. And I actually want to get that built as fast as we possibly can, so let's up the priority on that. And take our market stall off just for our future. And then that'll be a great source of fish. Now let's take a look at our... So we have advanced pond keeping, and that actually doubles the amount of fish that could be in the pond, and it also allows us to ice fish in the future. So we'll want to get that as fast as we can, and that'll help us out a lot. The other thing I'd like to get doing is get our tannery going. So I think if we have that quite close to our hunting lodge, that keeps the smell pollution away, as it's a work in progress at the moment, but let's keep this as realistic as we can, just for the sake of entertainment in the video. So if we keep our smell and our kind of tan and all that leather stuff might stink, so let's keep it over there. We have lots of timber coming in, which is very nice. Let's see if our saw pit is done. Not quite. If we take a quick look at the rest of the regions here, we'll see that the king has these two regions right above us to north. And then there's all these for the taking. He's usually pretty quick at the draw of getting all these regions, so I think we'll try and maybe take this one to start. They have pretty good things here, but it's basically what we have already. Actually, exactly what we have. So I think it might be nice as well, and I think there's pretty good fertility over here as well, so that might be a good region for us to take. Or even this one, as we have berries. We'll take whichever is available to us, let's be honest. We only have one food month left here, so I think if we get this built, it is built. So let's get a family on there and get some fishing done as fast as we can here before we starve. We do not want to starve. Now we do have quite a bit of timber here, so I think we can even take a family off of here and then leave one for building things. So I think it might be a good time to start building our homes. So I think if we start maybe a home, let's see how steep we can make this. Do they like that? That's fine. They seem to be pretty okay with that. Kind of like that. I like that. I think if we build 3 plots, 2 homes and 1 home with an extra one here, I think that'd be very nice. As we'll actually get 4 homes out of that. And then maybe even 1 more here. Let's build... I usually like to split roads in between my housing to keep walking paths as ease of use as possible. So kind of have one like that. And then build our home. Let's maybe have a road going in between behind there. And then maybe keeping that back alley kind of like maybe go back a little bit more. Sort of like that, just to keep lots of space for homes here. Let's build another house here. Maybe it's even go this way. There we go. I like the look of that. Maybe one less. I like that. Perfect. So we have our first homes coming up here. Let's get those built. We have lots of food coming in. I think things are looking quite nice so far. Sea fish is already at 45 fish, so that is proving to be very, very nice. Let's take a look at this. See what fishing looks like. See if I'll catch a big one. Boom. That's 2 fish. Very nice work, lad. Going for a swim. So we actually have 300 fish here, so yeah, we would benefit from getting this as fast as possible. But to do that, we will need 5 burgage plots of level 1 or higher. So we're working on that right now, and once we get that, that'll help us out a lot. The other thing is it is September and it's going to be winter soon, so we will want to have our woodcutter's lodge. Now we do have lots of timber, so I think we'll even take one off there for now. Maybe let's take one off the storehouse instead. Let's we just need more families. That would solve a lot of issues here. Maybe one on the saw pit here. So we actually have all of our wild animals limited to 10. So if we take one off of here just for now, I think that would be fine so that we can continue building our homes here. I do want to have somebody on the saw pit just for the fact of we need to get our hitching post upgraded so that we can have 2 animals and then we can get another ox. I think that would really, really help us out early game. So we just need 2 planks, and once we have that, we'll be able to upgrade our hitching post and then really get the ball rolling here. So we have some wood coming in. We have 7 months of food, which is very nice. I think we will be pretty good for food for now. We have our first burgage plot, and then our approval rating should come up pretty soon as people will have their first homes. There is a new feature added to the game, pretty late, so as of late, Butcher's Workshop. So you can actually produce meat and hides from surplus of livestock, and sausages from salt and meat. So we will be able to do that hopefully in the future. Let's see if we have a salt deposit. It looks like you don't. Is there any? There's one over here. Looks like, so we could maybe take this this region here. That might be a good one to go for. Then we can have salt and sausages. We have our wood. Let's maybe get selling that. Let's see if we can build a little bit of a marketplace here. Where would be a good spot for this? Maybe just, I kind of like the idea of having it right in the middle of the town here. If we even take this and round it off a little bit more and keep it pretty tightly knit in this area. Kind of like that. I like the idea of having a nice big circle for the town to enjoy, and then it's a nice little gated community. That's what I like to think of. And then we could have our marketplace. Let's section off a little spot here. If we maybe have a marketplace kind of like that. Then we can begin to build that. I think that'll be pretty good for right now. And then maybe have a tavern kind of in the center like this. I think that would look pretty good. So we actually have a new message. We have a development point as we have been upgraded. So I think we'll want to get our advanced pond keeping as fast as possible. And as we can see over here, it should have doubled it. It is now 704 maximum fish population. So that is very nice, and it also enables us to ice fish in the winter. So that'll help us out quite tremendously. I just can't believe the graphics. He did such a good job with this. I'd like to see ray tracing in the game, but I think he's just working on it being stable for now with Unreal Engine 5, and I think it looks really good so far, so all is well there. We have an armament delivery. It looks like they have sent us some weapons. Let's form a militia. So over here, we can now see in our storehouse, there should be, yep, 20 spears and 20 large shields. So if we go over here and we can begin to form a militia, we will have 10 soldiers. Once we get more people, we'll be able to fill those spots and have 20 soldiers, as we have 20 of each spear and shield, so that is very nice. Let's expand our living spaces. Get as many people here as we possibly can. Now, I don't love the look of this. I think you guys had similar thoughts, I'm sure. Let's just remove that. And I think if we go like this. Somewhat like that. I think that looks good. And then we'll be able to build a house here. Maybe have a pretty big plot of land for some rich guy. So our homelessness is officially gone as of this month. We have none. So I think our approval rating should go up, way up and skyrocket for us. So I think that'll be very nice. And then we'll be able to get some more people coming in as well. So I think if we built even another home. I love the idea of keeping the trees here and maybe splitting up lots like this, like have one lot here and then another one here, and kind of keep this little tree area for the kids to play or whatever. But I think if we kind of went like this and then maybe come up like this. Yeah, I love the look of that. Let's do that. Keep it maybe one lot. Yeah, that's fine. We can maybe even make it a little bit bigger. Let's do that. Make it a tiny bit bigger. Now, before we build the manor house for our lord, Sir, what's his name? I forget his name already. This will be his home in the temporary until future. Until we build our manor house for him. I think a nice spot for the manor house might be maybe over here. That's kind of a cool little area. We will want to build our church, and we need a little bit more planks to do so. So we have some more fuel now, so I think we should be good for the winter. Now our problem is just getting food. Now, as I said, we do have very, very good fertility in this region. So we can really build a farm anywhere we want. I think maybe even this spot would be a nice spot for that. Or over here, but we can, once we get to that, we can kind of decide on that. But come spring, we will want to have all that built. So I think we can start our farmhouse. Maybe... You know what, I actually do kind of like the idea of having it kind of right here. That's a pretty good spot, as it seems to be very good fertility. Let's place our farmhouse kind of tucked in into this corner a little bit. Not to destroy too many trees, but also to make it look a little better. Swing it around like this, maybe through like that, just for now. A little bit of a sharp turn, but that's fine. Our farmhouse is coming up. Now we can begin to plot our fences here. I think if we had a road maybe coming up like this, we can kind of section this area off. So maybe we have a road coming up like this. Maybe a little bit more. And that can be our first farm plot. I like the look of that. Maybe we have one on this side as well. I like the look of that as well. I think that's a good start. That should get us good wheat for making bread. We also need a windmill. It might not be a bad idea to maybe have it kind of like this. Sort of like that on top of the hill. Do that. And then just connect the road like that. We also need our communal oven to make our bread. So I think if we put that relatively close to our farmhouse, maybe even like so. Round off a little path like that. I think that looks quite nice. Let's take a look at our puddles. Puddles are looking very nice. They got their hoods over their heads. Smart lady. The winter is now here. It is in December. I have actually unassigned our oxen from our logging camp and permanently assigned it just to kind of get some planks rolling here. Once we get more planks, we'll be able to upgrade our hitching post and they get another ox. So that's the only reason I did that, which will actually take away from building our homes here, just temporarily. And then once we get some planks up, we'll be able to keep things going that way. I love, love, love the way the snow comes in this game. Just slowly forms. Resources have been stolen by the nearby bandits. Oh my gosh, what a heyday. They sure know what they're doing. I don't know how nobody saw that. I'm sure they came through the trees. That is not good. There we go, we have some planks coming in. So now we can finally build our upgraded hitching post. And once we do that, we'll get another ox here and we will be rolling. Our approval rating has appeared to have gone down to 36%, but it should be coming up very, very soon. And I think we can even build our church. This is a pretty high spot right here. And I really like the look of it kind of facing like that, or maybe even facing the road like that a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Build our church. Very nice. We want everybody to come from far and wide to our church, so let's even build a road. Branch off kind of like this. Gets pretty steep here. To our road up like that. So people can come from the east and wherever they might like to come from. A little bit of a glitched tree. They took care of it. It's amazing that they're able to hack these things down with the tiny little axes that they have. Now we have quite a few planks now. We have 103 planks, so I think I'll even take the family off of here. And that'll save our timber output, and then let's get that high number as high as we can. Now I'd like to even see, I think we don't have any hides, but I think once we have, maybe let's attach a family to this hunting camp and get as many hides and meat as we can, and then we can take that family, put it on the tannery, and begin to get some leather. Running out of fuel. Wow, that was fast. Never mind. That changes everything. Let's get... I think something may have gotten soaked. Yeah, something may have gotten soaked, unfortunately. So we will need to chop some more wood before we freeze to death. It is almost March. Now we don't have our farmhouse built yet. Let's up our priority on that, just so we can make sure we catch the spring. Now it is March now. Eesh. Enemy unit has been spotted. I'm not quite sure if they're coming for me yet. You know what? I think they are. Yikes. Okay. They are coming for me. Batten the hatches, men. That is unfortunate. I think they outnumber me here a little bit. 18 to 10, but I have bigger shields. Let's see where they're coming from. Here they are. I think we defend this area. That should be pretty good for keeping them away from our village here. Come on. What's taking so long? Alright, men. Do not flank. Defend your wives. Defend your honor. And all you have worked for. Good charge. Beat them back. This will be a very interesting fight. Might be pretty even. As they do outnumber us, but we do have better weapons. And our spirits are higher. Let's take a look and see how this fight's going. Nobody's died yet. They dropped one. We have lost one man, they've lost two. We are losing men. We must win this fight. Oh no. We're losing men fast. This might be quite the hit to our morale. One man left. That is 10 men we now don't have. I don't know if we can spare them. Oh no. They're now going to burn everything. That is gonna hurt us a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Not our market stall, no! Our home we're currently building. They're torching it all. All of it will be gone. Our marketplace is now burning. What are they, missing these homes or what? No, they are not. Right at the beginning of harvest. And kind of getting our farmhouse going too. Well, that sucks. What else are they burning? This over here, hopefully they'll stop soon. They're burning this too. Oh my gosh. Ruthless. They are brigands, after all. This is gonna take a little bit of rebuilding. Let's see if any women that are left to help out the fires out. They are not stopping until it is all gone. They have finally fled after absolutely everything has been burnt to the ground. They're finally gone. They've robbed our homes, taken absolutely everything from us, and left us a big pile of rubble and a lot of rebuilding to do. We do have a little bit of food to spare, and good thing it is spring now. We're gonna need to rebuild, so let's focus. Maybe, let's see if they built their, oh, they destroyed this well. So let's rebuild that as fast as we can, because it's going to be our main source of food. If we rebuild that, that's a very well built fisherman's hut. So let's get a family on here and get some food coming in. We need to rebuild homes here. I think that's going to be our #1 priority, so let's rebuild all of these. Unfortunately, we're going to lose out on our spring seeding and plowing until next year. That is very unfortunate. Wow, what perfect timing. Well done on their part. They absolutely wiped us out. That's actually never happened to me before. I'm usually able to beat them back. We only had 10 soldiers left over. These women are doing an excellent job of rebuilding everything. We now have a new woodcutter's lodge and our new saw pit. Maybe this was the best, you know? We had all brand new stuff. It's kind of when your house burns down. Take all that insurance money, build a new house kind of thing. They didn't like the way their husbands built it anyway. Finally getting some new homes up. That is very, very nice to see after all of that. We have no fuel, but I think we really, really want to prioritize getting some homes built. I think that'll be even better than having some firewood if we have no homes to keep us warm, so let's get these houses built. So we actually had some men, 4 men it looks like, and we actually have 13 people, so we have 9 men total now. That was pretty quick that they came by. They were just wandering the road. Noticed that there were some women in need to kind of help rebuild this town. It looks like we have some extra helpers here now, so that is very, very nice to see. We have our homes built up again. So I think we can, let's get our woodcutter's lodge going here again and get some firewood going. Very, very sad to see, but you know what? Might have been for the best. Very, very unfortunate. So again, let's get our hitching post built up here as fast as we can. Get another ox. Begin to rebuild. We have one on the hunting camp here. Let's make sure they're assigned to this work area. Very nice. We need food and we need fuel. Desperately, desperately. That set us back quite a bit. Get one on the logging camp and one on the saw pit. I think we still have quite a bit of planks, so I think we can survive for a little bit not having planks. It is now September and winter is coming soon. Let's put 2 more families on the woodcutter's lodge and get as much wood as we possibly can coming in here. Now I'd actually like to maybe build a forester's hut before we take out too many of these trees. If we get a forester's hut, we can begin to plant more trees before they chop them all down. Now let's make sure we have a family on there. I think 2 families should be sufficient for chopping down wood, and I think if we put 1 on our fisherman's hut, we can get some food coming in as well, as we only have 3 months left of food. Our approval has climbed back to 50%. Climbed is an understatement. It crawled back with screeching nails on the floor, crawled back to 50% after that fire and the men that we have lost. Now I think we actually have a shortage of spears. We do. We have 10 shields and 7 spears, which is very unfortunate. So I think we will want to get a iron deposit mine going. And doing that will enable us to make some spears and shields and rebuild our army. The king has been busy. They've taken these 2 plots here, these regions. And I can't imagine he'll let up going for these 3 as fast as he can. I don't think we'll be able to get to them that fast, unfortunately. I would like to get to some of these bandit camps to take their money and do the same thing they just did to us. However, we are low on men and spears, and we actually can't even build up a big enough army to take them out, as we just saw, to get more treasury to then hire mercenaries. I don't think we can even afford the mercenaries, unfortunately, so that is quite unfortunate for us right now, but we'll bounce back. Our farmhouse is almost done, and we have families moving in. We bounced back, ladies and gentlemen. It took a lot, but we finally bounced back. We do have lots of plots that we can add on to here, but I think we'll want to save our money for a little bit later. I think we can even build a trading post on the King's Road. I think this looks pretty good here. We'll build one on the King's Road. We finally upgraded. Let's order another ox. 20 silver pieces that cost, but now we'll be able to work a little bit faster. Work easier, not harder, right? Our woodcutter's lodge is full here in the pantry, so I think we'll want to even add a family to our storehouse here. May as well upgrade this, as well as this, once we get some more stone. Do we have some stone in this region? We do. Wouldn't mind mining some stone. Put that there for now. Let's maybe put the road up here. Patch that. Just so we don't interrupt any building we might want to do here. Now, despite the rebuild, I think things are looking quite nice now. Like I said, all things happen for a reason, I'm sure. And it is winter once again. So I think we'll definitely want to get our farmhouse going here. And maybe even another field here. Wouldn't mind getting maybe another field. Nice big one, I think, right here. Yeah, I like the look of that. Keep this road going along here. Kind of like that. So we can maybe even have another little field here, just in case. A little bit bigger. Kind of like that. I think that looks nice. So it is now full-blown winter again, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. Our mining pit is working. Let's get some iron ore coming in. And unfortunately, we have a rich iron deposit, so we'll have no shortage of iron coming in. And now we need a bloomery. I think if we put our bloomery somewhere near our storehouse, maybe kind of like that. I think that looks pretty nice. And then we'll be able to build some iron slabs and then be able to get some spears and shields going here. Now, in order to upgrade our homes, we will need church level 1. And clothing stall number 1 as well. So I think we'll want some leather coming in. So I think if we get somebody on our tannery, we do have somebody on our animals, and we actually have 12 hides right now. So I think if we get somebody on our tannery, that'll take care of that issue. Then we'll be able to upgrade some of these homes. Let's assign a family to our bloomery, get some iron slabs coming in. And I wouldn't mind having some more homes. So let's build. Like I said, I want to keep the trees kind of how they are. So if we kind of go something like that, maybe flip it around, we could have 1 or 2 homes. Actually, no, let's flip it this way so we can have a little bit bigger backyards. We can maybe have 1 or 2 plots there. So I think that looks pretty good. Oh. Like that. And maybe 1 more house. Just like this. Bring it out to... Nope. That's not it. Kind of like that. A little bit further. And then we can leave these trees here as well. Yeah, I like the look of that. Nice big plots. We're putting vegetables on, apples, anything we really want. Get some food coming in. So we have our approval rating finally climbing. We have it up to 60%, which means people will be coming. And we are building some homes as quickly as possible to get more people coming in. We have plenty of fuel, 14 months worth. However, brigands could maybe come and steal that again, so we'll make sure we keep supply up. We'll keep a family there. And we will want as much food as we can. This is pretty cool. This is now frozen / melting. And they're able to fish on that. So maybe if we even have... this pantry's almost full, so I think if we have 1 family there, we could put 1 on our granary. And then we can actually have them sell at the marketplace as well. Maybe unassign at our hunting camp for now. As we're just waiting for population to come back up. We have some leather. We might even be able to upgrade some homes. Take a look. We just need a church. Waiting on that church. Let's put it highest priority. Get that church built and then we can upgrade some homes. I think these ones turned out quite nice. We can even add some extended living space on there. And then we have a army's ruler sighted, enemy ruler. A couple bands of brigands. Oh, we'll be able to take them soon. I promise you. Get our revenge. So it is now March, and we have a farm to take care of. So I think if we start slow, we can have wheat here. 94% is very, very good. 99% is even better. So let's take maybe off of our tannery. And I suppose I could sell it, but off of our tannery as well as our, let's check these out. So we have some people on our logging camp with plenty of timber. Make sure nobody's there. We have some in our bloomery, and we also have some at this, but I think we'll take them off for there for now. Just so we can get this farm going, and maybe even our fishing as the pantry's full anyway. They've begun to work. Again, the ladies taking matters into their own hands. I like to see it. After all, they are what saved this town, this village. We owe them our lives, men. New message. We have more coming. Oh gosh. So in another year, there's going to be another bandit brigands coming our way. We must be ready. We must be ready. Now we have plenty of fuel. I could maybe take a family off there just for now to make sure we build this church as fast as we can and keep our builders up. We need a little bit of stone. Our church is finally coming up. Good work. Maybe even, let's see, it's only April, so I think we'll even get another field going here. If we can, while we still have the workers. Let's get as much wheat as we possibly can, and then I think we'll leave this one fallow. And then we can put these guys to work. So this church is coming up nice. Need 10 more stone. Get that going. I really love the look of this so far. I think this is gonna look very, very nice. Now we'll also need our windmill, but I don't think that's too urgent at the moment. Take all of our families off there and get maximum production, but more on that. And let's get some fisherman hut as well. Some fish coming in. In fact, we can maybe even put 2 on our granary and make sure this is nice and empty. We'll put another one on our fisherman's hut. Actually, maybe we could take one off of there. Make sure there's somebody on there. We do have some iron slabs, which is very nice. Let's get people back on our mining pit as well as our bloomery, as we have our brigands coming in 308 days, and we need spears, and we need them now. Now I think it might actually be a good idea to get another hitching post. Once we get another hitching post, we can get another ox. I don't think we'll want to buy one at the current moment. We might want to take out a bandit camp before we do that. Actually, let's check this one out. There might not even be anyone here. And it looks like it is vacant. Oh. Let's make sure. Let's take this. I want to take that. I want that right now. And I am willing to sacrifice some men to do it. Let's go take this bandit camp. That is going to help us a lot. Double check. It is empty. That'll help us out a lot. I hope they don't ambush us or something. I want to put it to the nearest town. I also want to put it to our treasury so that we can hire mercenaries. Let's put it to our nearest town. We can always, might even be another one. Let's check. See if there's another camp. There is one in this corner. See if it's empty. It is empty. Go take that. Now we got 165 regional wealth from that. I think we'll want to put the other money in our treasury, so I think that will be quite nice. We actually have 300 now, so let's make sure there isn't another one closer by. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, so if we take this, that'll really, really help us out. Okay, that will save us. Approval rating is going up. It actually just dropped down, but it'll go back up again. Let's get some fish coming in. I think we are finally back on our feet, ladies and gentlemen. I think we did it. We have 10 months of food and 21 months of fuel, sorry. We'll keep these fields growing as long as we can. Maybe even harvest them in the next spring. I think we want to put this to our treasury. Let's get these men back. Very well done. So now we have 155 in our treasury. And we can hire some mercenaries if we need to. Which we probably will. Looks like we can get some crossbowmen, and they're actually very, very helpful in this build of the game. I think they did a good job with crossbowmen. Archers still suck, unfortunately. This might be a good one to get as well. But once those brigands come, they're not going to stop once again, so we're going to want to beat them back in 258 days if we do not have enough spears and shields by then. And we have 33 hides. I would like to see if we have somebody on our tannery. We don't. Where are all of our people hiding? We have some on there, one on there, one on the bloomery, which is good. I think we can maybe take one off of there for now and put on our tannery, and then we can begin to sell that stuff. Our valiant men are coming back from their thievery. I think we can maybe spare one family on there. It looks like they're able to fill the pantry quite fast. Let's keep 2 families available for building. And once we get these men back, that'll help quite a bit, because we only have 27 people. 80% approval rating, very nice. Now I think we have some homes coming up here, and I guess we'll wait for those to be built first. Come right to the city square and be welcomed. Disband and go back to work. If you're not absolutely exhausted. No naps. So I think we're getting some leather belt made. Sorry. Our mining pit is full. Okay. Let's take you off of there and let's put somebody on our storehouse. Now, we have 9 families total and 13 houses. So I think we'll get some families coming in pretty soon here. Our church is still not built. I don't know what they're waiting for. Do we stop? We have stone? Maybe we don't have stone. We have negative 10 stone. That is what we were waiting for. So let's get some stone here. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it was all burnt with the rest of everything. I wonder what a fishing stall looks like. Can you see the fish? Nope. I'm sure it's there. Another cool detail I saw is that this kind of sinks in when it rains. And it looks like it's sunken in right now as it kind of just rains, so. Nice little detail, as well as with the snow. Could just be poor building. This guy's is nice and tight. It is now September. Let's see if we... I actually wouldn't mind harvesting. It's tough because I think it could grow a little bit more. It's only at 49%. Let's keep that growing over the winter. I know it doesn't really work that way, but it does in the game. So we can keep that growing. Bandit camp was sighted. Oh, you know I'm coming for you. You know I'm coming for you. Nope, they are. I'll get there eventually. Okay, our church is finally built. I think we already have a ton of stone. So that's good. We have Century stone. I think things are looking quite good. They're not quite selling wood, unfortunately. We can maybe even add another family on there. Make sure they're selling wood. Food stall. We have 2 types of food. What do we have here? All we have is fish at the moment. We could probably get some meat. Yes, we could. Let's get somebody on our hunting camp. And get some more hides coming in as well. Again, if you guys wouldn't mind liking the video, and if you're new, subscribing, I'd really appreciate it, as it helps out on the YouTube algorithm. And it helps me to grow. More friends, bigger party. No, actually, we got a lot of money from this, so I think it would be a good idea to maybe get some carrots, as they can be a very good source of food. Get some little farms. Oh, got as many little farms as I can, and these are pretty big plots, so we'll get some little carrot farms here too. Carrot gardens. Lots of carrots, and we still have 150 silver left, so that's gonna be nice.
Watch your head there.
Finally building our windmill. Come springtime when we want to harvest our fields. And I think we have our communal oven. Yes, we do.
So could I.
Lightning storm sometimes produces fires. Hopefully not this one. I have had it happen to me. I think maybe we want to build... Let's have a road kind of coming in like this. Something like that. And then I'd like to kind of see a little back alley here. For really big plots. Might as well connect to here. So now we can have pretty big plots. Kind of like that. Yep, that'll work. You will be our vegetable gardens, and then let's have... I think I'll even split this up a little bit. Let's have a road coming... Oh. It's freaking out. Road like that. And then we'll connect it there, and then we can have 2 houses here. Two big lots. Well, I suppose we could even have one. No, let's do 3 there. And then here. Actually, let's kind of carve it like this. Then have 2 lots, just to make it look a little cooler. Again, very non-uniform. Sure. He will be our blacksmith. And 1 there. Very nice. And we were able to preserve our little forested areas here. 159 days until our raiders come. And I promised we'd beat them back. Where are we with that promise? We can upgrade some homes here. See if we're able to... We still need a little bit more food variety. Let's see, what kind of more food we get? We have meat and we have fish. We have meat and we have fish. Let's upgrade our hitching post, order another ox first. Tannery. I think we could even... We may as well allow a market stall set up for them. We have tons of fuel, so that's good. Winter's coming. We still have lots of planks, which is nice. I think here we'll have an animal pen, and it's nice to have the animal pens, as you can now get the pigs, which really help with meat production. and kind of feed the individual homes so they don't have to rely on going to the granary for food. They can kind of self-supply. So I think if we upgrade this as well, let's upgrade our granary to a large granary. It also adds another little cart for them to pull around, which is very helpful. We have tons and tons of iron and iron slab. So I think once we get some level 2 homes, we'll be able to build a blacksmith and build those spears. New family coming in. I'd like to maybe have another family on. We have 2 families in the storehouse. We can get another family here. Now we can also limit this. Let's limit this to 250. Oh my gosh. You're gonna be like that today, hey? Okay. I'll do this manually. It is now 250. I had to do that manually. That's dumb. But we've done it. So now it will limit it to, it won't go past 250 fish. So they'll have lots of fish to breed and kind of keep that family of fish going. Our logging camp has come to a stalemate. I think if we have somebody on our forester's hut and then assign our area pretty big as they're cutting down trees, we can plant some more trees in this area. We have 3 oxen. I think we should have 4 pretty soon. We have 2 here. And then that will be upgraded pretty soon. Maybe let's set that to highest priority, make sure that gets built sooner than later. We can get our tavern. And it actually might be a good idea to get a barley field pretty soon, and then we can start getting malt and get some ale, and then keep our citizens happy that way. 112 days till raiders come. And it is now winter. Let's make sure we get lots of... So I don't think they're going to be getting any more fish until this grows. So that could be a problem for us. I really hope these don't spoil. I don't think they should. Do we have any other sources of food? We have our animals here, which they're already working on. Let's upgrade some homes. Let's upgrade homes. Costing 4 timber each time. We have 2 timber left. Well, 20 it says, but okay. I think we could still upgrade some.
Or perhaps a blindfold.
Let's get some vegetable gardens here, and that will be a very good source of food in the future. The other thing we can get is apples. Once we get an orchardy, and we have another, we should actually be able to get another development point pretty soon. We'll get more apples. And then those, kind of how that works. So until the trees are fully grown, which takes around 3 years, the orchards produce only a fraction of the yield, which is kind of how that works. But once it does, oh, let me tell you, it comes in quite fast and nicely for us. A new family has moved in. We have lots of families coming in, which is very, very nice. Let's put them to work here. May as well have more on here, as well as the granary once we get that going. Settlement level increased. Let's get our apples. I'd love to get our apples. Or trade logistics. That might be more important as we want to do some trade routes. Let's do that. We can get our apples in a bit here. So now we're able to set some trade routes of leather. May as well do that now. So that was cut in half. Export our leather. Let's set it to maybe 12. It's kind of a random number. It seems to go away every time I type on that. But yeah, okay, it's at 12. And we will need a horse. So, okay, yeah, that's good. We'll have a horse. And let's put a family on there, get some trade going. Get some money rolling in. We are struggling for food, and I'm quite nervous about it. I am quite nervous about it. January, February, March. 2 months we're going to be having... So we should last to the spring, and then we can take the yields here. And then get some bread coming in. If not, that could be bad. May as well mine a little bit more. We have families to spare. How's our bloomery doing? Lots of that. May as well put another family on timber. Woodcutter, we have tons of fuel. I don't think that's an issue. May as well get some more planks coming in so we can sell them as well. I think every spring the fish start breeding again. Which next month we should be, I think we'll be okay. We'll be alright. We got 3 months of food left. We will be just fine and dandy. Famous last words. Let's put another family on our granary. Now let's see. 2 months of food left. And we have another family. So let's get some families on our farm here. I think we can maybe take, just for the start, let's really load up our farmhouse. Let's see. Let's keep one family in excess. I don't think we need any more of this, as we have 42 of them. Same with our bloomery. Let's spare a couple families that way. So now we have 7 families on there. I think that'll be good. Let's turn this to barley. Let's have a barley field, and I think we could even spare one more field here. Let's make this one a little bit longer. Kind of like that, and we have another development point. That's very nice. Reduces all foreign tariffs by half trading posts. I think we might want that as well, and then we'll get apples, and then we'll get rye. So let's do that. We want to make trade as cheap as possible because it costs an arm and a leg to do. Look how cool this looks. Nice little circle of homes. We'll have our tavern in the middle here pretty soon. We may as well build that. Get that built, unless we have timber problem. May as well wait. We'll wait. Let's see if there's any, yeah, we better wait and see if, when those guys come in 30 days. Which we have 155, so we'll be able to at least hire some mercenaries, hopefully, if there's some left. Oh yeah, we'll be able to hire, even these archers will probably do the job, but I think we'll maybe get, this seems to be the cheapest. And then while we have them, we may as well try and get some, if there's any bandit camps, doesn't seem to be. Maybe one will pop up. I think another thing I just noticed. Oh. We have our clay deposit here. And I wouldn't mind maybe take it the long way here. Or, yeah, kind of like that. That's fine. And then we can get some clays, and then we can start making some roof tiles. Kind of like that. So these are at 100%. And it is now March. We need food. Let's see if these are coming back. Yes, they are growing. So I think they'll grow pretty quick. I hope. Let's see if they'll start to harvest this area here. I sure hope so. We're gonna die soon. And then we'll get a family on there, and then we'll also get... Yeah, I gotta force early harvest here. Oh gosh. They sure love to... Okay. We need our 110, 250. Let's hire these guys. Hopefully they get here in time. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Way over here. And it looks like they're coming from here, so that's good. That's fine. Okay, they'll get here in time for that. Rush order. Double time, men, double time. Just as long as I beat them here, that's fine. Mission completed. Interesting. There's actually 3 units of them. There's no way we would be able to take them without our mercenaries here, so hopefully they get here in time. Where are upgraded homes? We need to. Let's do this one. Turn to a blacksmith. Oh shoot. This one we could do. This one's pretty small. Let's turn this one. Actually, there was one that was quite small that I think got upgraded. That's fine. Let's turn you into a blacksmith. Let's turn you into a joiner's workshop and do it double time. We have 25 days. Hopefully they get here in time. And let's set this to barley, set this to barley, set to barley. That one's barley, and let's set this one to wheat. So now we have tons and tons of wheat. I need you to defend that area. Stay as far away as possible. May as well keep them walking. Let's see what these guys look like. I think that should work. Should be enough men, hopefully. And we'll keep an eye on them there. Resources stolen. That is not a good thing to steal. That sucks. There goes all of our leather. We'll make some more. And we also need food. Desperately, desperately need food. So let's get somebody on our communal oven. I think we could even spare... Yeah, I think we'll do that. And let's even... Threshing priority high. We're going to die. I gotta set all these to fallow so they start threshing all of that. Turning it into grain. Don't want to miss our battle. Hate to miss this charge. If we can flank this way. Back them. Where are these guys? Don't want to miss them. Should win this fight. And if I don't, that really sucks. Come on, man. I paid you good pennies. Beat them back. See how? Oh yeah, we won that fight, and we should win this one as well. In the forest. Oh yeah. Hopefully they learned their lesson. Let's see if there's any bandit camps we can take over while we still have them. There's one up there. Yeah, let's get them going. Run while I still have you. 3 days left. I don't think. Okay, that is very nice. Very nice. Now we have our blacksmith. Let's make sure they're making the right thing here. Let's get some spears and let's get out our joiner's workshop. Some large shields. And hopefully we don't have this issue again, and we shouldn't need all mercenaries, as they do come in handy in a pinch. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a heck of a place to leave this episode at an end. In the next episode, we're going to try and keep our fields going. We're going to build and expand out in this area, and maybe build our manor house here. Lots to come. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, consider subscribing, And we will see you in the next one.